Hey y'all, so today the news people are gonna be coming to my house. Okay, so last night I had posted on the neighborhood app, just to share what we've been doing in our household, which is me and my bumblebee. Been making masks, for the community, for our friends and family. And then all of a sudden, like, a whole bunch of people just started asking us, hey, can we get one? I'll pay you. And I just told them, whatever, I'm not asking for anything, but if you tip us, that'll be cool. Whatever money is going to go straight to my daughter anyways. So they've been, I guess you could say, tipping us, donating, especially donating, for us, to continue on our mission in regards to making masks. And I don't know, I guess, one of our local news, gals, I guess she's seen it on the neighborhood app, all these people talking about my post, and so she's like, oh, is it okay we can come over and interview y'all and this and that? And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's all right. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have people in my house. So I was like, kind of I was freaking out, because so with me, just in case nobody knows, I am a disabled veteran. I have PTSD, and one of my many things is me being around other people. Me getting out of the house, that's a big obstacle for me. Just me being with people in a different building, people coming inside my house/building, whatever, just stuff like that, like, freaks me out. Like right now I'm ready. but it's okay. I know it's for a good cause, and we're gonna get through this. So I got the kids to clean up a little bit, just to like pick up their toys. Bella and Abby already finished their schoolwork. Mikey, he wanted me to leave him alone today on he wanted to do his work by himself. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go upstairs and sew. So that's what I'm doing right now. They're supposed to be coming over here, I believe, at 2:30 this afternoon. So, and right now, real time is 13:58. So another, like 30 more minutes, I reckon. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna sew real quick. I've been sewing up a storm. I'm just trying to, do some chain piecing with these masks. But yeah, so there's been people, like I said, texting me, messaging me, saying, hey, can I, is it okay if you can make me a mask, and this and that. And I've been writing down, whoever's been calling for me to make them a mask. I'll write it down. I'll be like, yeah, I can write you down. So, yeah, I, just trying to keep in track of the people that's been wanting stuff. And then I've also had people ask for like certain material, certain patterns, and I'm like, I will do what I can, but I have what I have. Like I'm trying. I will go to Joann's to try to get some extra fabric. But what?
Says how many groups there are, and it says and there's 3 circles, and so that means there's 3 groups, and
Okay, I'm coming. Well, that's so much for me being by myself. I need to go downstairs to go help out my killer bee on his schoolwork. You know. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, they should be coming any moment now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5. I gotta do like a whole bunch of masks. I'm trying my hardest not to overwhelm myself, you know. So yeah. I swear these kids are crazy. Anyways, so yeah, news people are gonna be coming over here. I hope my kids act right. I really do. I guess that's pretty much it. I guess I'll videotape when they're coming over here or something. And then videotape my experience with them. I've actually had a story done once with me with this reporter. She came, it was back in 2015, I believe, and she wanted to interview me in regards to something about the flag. Is it okay to, you know, disrespect our flag? And, you know, and I told her my opinion of it and what it means to me. So yeah, and I think I even did like a reaction with the kids when they seen it, because I didn't tell the kids that that the news people were going to interview me that time, you know, back in, I want to say 2015. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, so we shall see how this goes. I had already not cleaned up, but I guess you could say sanitized my room. You know, every time that I sew, I always do my best to disinfect my sewing machine, my cutting table, but of course can't disinfect my ironer because it'll leave a lot of white streaks and yucky stuff on it. So yeah. And besides, the ironer gets super hot anyways. So yeah. But I went downstairs, already checked up on Mikey, got him all caught up with his homework, with his math work. He's doing something else right now. Bella and Abby are BSing around.
Of course, yeah.
Well, are you doing your work?
No.
Okay, then that means you're BSing around. I swear, kids nowadays, they're fucking crazy. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Oh, Bella, that's not how you're supposed to sew a mask. I think this is when she was in a rush. I don't know if you could see her hemming. She did good, and then all of a sudden she wandered off, and then she just came back and you're like, okay. So I think what it was, because I did tell her to stop sewing, because it kind of looked like she was like, oh, I'm gonna do it no more, you know. So I just told her to go on and go play. So I just gotta fix this. I gotta fix this part. It's nothing bad. So. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so it's B.
Yes, B. Canales.
Okay, and Canales.
C-A-N, yeah,
Okay.
C-A-N-A-L-E-S.
And V, last time we met, you were the commander over at the VFW post.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Talk to us a little bit about how you got involved with sewing.
So sewing, was one day I wanted to make a quilt for my daughter. That time it was in 2005 when Hurricane Rita, Hurricane Katrina came, and that's when I was learning like how to bead and sew. And my mother-in-law, she just said, I'll teach you how to sew, and I'm going to show you one time and one time only. And then that's it. I just started sewing ever since then.
So you have the sewing machine. How has sewing been helpful for you?
Well, with me being a disabled veteran with PTSD, sewing is my comfort zone. That's where, if I start feeling stressed out or if I can't handle it, if I just need a moment for myself, then I'll come on over in my room. I'll just look at my domain, and then I'll be like, all right, let's quilt something, let's sew something, and then it helps me out a lot.
So I see infantry on your side. So you were Army?
Yes, I was in the Army. I was in the military. This is actually my son's father's unit. We were in Iraq together.
Wow. Okay. How long have you been out of military?
Since 2015. Yeah,
Okay.
2015.
That's the last time I saw you.
Yes.
So talk to me about how you got involved with the mask project.
So with me starting out with the mask project, one day I had told myself, what can I do to help out? I'm always helping out with our community, always volunteering as much as I can, if I can, at the VFW, at our churches, somewhere. And then my daughter, she just came up and she was like, Mom, can we make masks? And she showed me her prototype, and I was like, yeah, you know what, let's do it. So I did all the cutting, she did a lot of the sewing, and we just went off from there.
Who were you making them for originally?
Just our neighbors. I was starting out, just for our neighbors, or whoever had asked, my family members, and then next thing you know, the next door neighbor app, they were just asking, hey, I need a mask, and I'll just tell them, just private message me, and I'll hook you up. So, and that's it.
So you're kind of taking requests through Nextdoor right now. You're offering them free of charge.
Yeah, and I just tell them, because there has been quite a bit of people that would offer, I guess you can say money. And I just told them, I'm not going to charge you, but if you want to donate or tip, that's great. All the money is going to go straight to my daughter anyways. So, and, they've been donating, but every time that they give us something, I just take her, well, before I would take her to Joann's or to Walmart to get some fabric. But now I'll just go by myself and go get it. So yeah. So she's just so selfless that she just puts the money back into our project.
Has it been cool for you to be able to share that experience with your daughter?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've always taught them to be respectful, to help out others in time of needs. She has always had a caring heart. She's always wanted to help others. So yeah, when she heard me trying to figure it out, rattling my brain, she was like, oh, well, I know what to do. And then bam, she just did it.
So has this project has been kind of therapeutic for you,
Yes.
and then at the same time you've been able to kind of give back to the community.
Yes.
Are you finding there are a lot of people who need masks?
Yes, there is. Like this past couple of days, I mean, they have been blowing up my phone, and I'm like, holy smokes. So I've been writing people's names down and writing what they're wanting. At first, you know, I just had just one type of material to give out. But then when the gentlemen, the guys, the husbands are text messaging me and they're saying, hey, well, do you have one for a guy and a boy, kid-sized boys? And I was like, okay. So then that's where we're like trying to get more materials, more different materials.
Do you know about how many you've made so far?
I wrote it down. I've been writing stuff down for Bella. Let me
Yeah.
let me get that. Let's see. 70 masks so far.
Wow.
I've made 70 masks so far.
And you still have a lot of orders to fill, right?
Yeah, they're coming in. They're like I said, today and yesterday. My phone has been blowing up. Like, hey, can you make 2 more masks for me? Can you make 10 for me? And I'm like, whoa, okay. So yeah, I'm still getting in requests and stuff. Yep.
How long does it take you guys to make one?
Just for one, if you're gonna start from the beginning in regards to cutting the materials and then sewing them together and then flipping it inside out and getting the elastics, if we have any elastics, or if we don't have elastics, then the straps, making the straps, I would say for one mask it would be a total of about an hour just for one mask.
Wow.
So that's why I've been trying to be ahead of myself, just have them already pre-cut and then just go from there. So
Does it help having 2 people doing it instead of 1?
yes, it's so much helpful. If you have more, the merrier. I mean, you know, like I said, if I had somebody to cut for me, just to cut, like that would help me out. And if I can get somebody else to sew the halves together, like just chain piecing the halves together, that'll help out too, you know. And then flipping them inside out, ironing them, get the elastics on it, get the little wire piece on it. Like if I could have an army of people to help me out, that would really help me out. Like that would be so awesome.
Are you have any of these gone to like healthcare workers or first responders?
Oh yeah. There was a lady, she came and she picked up 20 and she took them to Westlake nursing home. I think there's a nursing home over there in Westlake, and then also in Seton Hospital.
I know the nursing homes definitely are looking for that right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else you want to say that maybe I didn't ask?
The only thing that I kind of have, I guess you would say, a pet peeve for is that I had to tell a couple of people that they were demanding. They were like literally demanding, well, I need you to make this and this and this for me, and I want it to be in this type of material and with this type of elastics, and I need it to be done by today. And I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. I just told them that if they can get the materials that they need or that they want, they can go ahead and go to Joann's or, you know, any Quilter's Folly or wherever, get the material themselves, get the elastics themselves, and then just drop it off at my house, and I'll make it for them. I'll be more than happy to make it for them. I just don't have the energy and time to go out because not only I'm making these for our community, but I'm also helping my 3 children with their schoolwork. And then of course I have my 2-year-old that I have to take care of. You know, we don't want a little 2-year-old running around a house. That'd be a bad thing. And then of course for my well-being, you know, I need to make sure that I don't overwhelm myself. You know, I at a time like this, I really don't want to go to the VA hospital. I just think about my kids. I think about my husband, and you know what? I can do this. Don't stress out. So people calling me and texting me in regards to specific orders, I try not to have that go against me. Like, I don't want that to put me down, because I know I can't do it, but I try not to let that bother me. So yeah.
Did you ever imagine that you would be in this situation where you're making face masks for your community?
I didn't think about face masks, but I tried to think about making my quilts for the community. Like, if there's a newborn, I make baby blankets for them. If somebody just had their birthday, you know, I try to make them something. Yeah, I honestly never thought anything about making masks. I would have never thought of it. So yeah, my daughter, she has a big imaginary brain. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I think that's good on the interview part for me.
Cool.
So here, I'm going to turn this off really quick. Do you and your daughter kind of work like one at a time, or do you get in here together and do it?
We work together.
Okay.
I mainly let her sew. I mainly have her sew if she wants to come in, and then I'll do the cutting, or if not, I'll do the ironing.
Okay. So could we maybe get some video of you guys, like you cutting and then her sewing, and then we'll talk to her after that.
Yeah, definitely. So right here, we're just getting everything all set up, and then we started talking about my Steven, my little guinea pig. You know, she's always has to be in the middle of everything. So yeah, here we go. So, you ready to sew? Mm-hmm. Woohoo! Let's sew. I think I was more excited than Bella was. She has been working extremely hard on her schoolwork, and now she has A's and B's, coming up more on A's, high A's and stuff. You know what? When we were sewing and I was cutting, I didn't even notice. Like, I was in my little zone. I wasn't even noticing for a good moment. So yeah, it was when I had seen it on the news, what they had videotaped. I was like, wow, you know, they did like an awesome job. So yeah, there's just me and Bella just sewing, and then of course I'm talking away like always. You know, just trying to stay calm. That's pretty much what all I was doing throughout the whole time. I was trying to stay calm. You know, there's people in my bubble and, you know, in my domain, and, you know, it was really hard for me, but I did it. I went through it, and yeah, so.
We all try to keep our distance right now, right? Yeah.
Bella, say hi to America.
Hi.
My baby.
Mom, I ran out of medication.
Uh-oh.
That's why I'm not very still.
It's okay.
I promise I'll make this easy and quick, okay? So, first, could you just say and spell your first and last name?
Say and first. Wait, say and spell my first?
Yeah.
Alright, Arabella, but I like to be called Bella. So, Arabella.
So we'll just go with Bella.
Yeah.
That's what you want? Okay. And then same last name, Canellis.
Yeah, same last name.
Okay. So Bella, how'd you come up with this idea to make a mask?
Well, a long time ago, I was watching a YouTube video on how to make a mask for anime cosplay. I don't know why, but during like, you know, a few years later, during all this going on, I am like, oh, well, why not just make a mask for like, you know, everybody in the house? So like, I made mine one, and I made my sister one, and then I made my mom one, and then, you know, so on and so forth. And then like, I don't know, like my grandma gave me the idea to like, you know, make more for like people. So then I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll make some more for people. So yeah, that's basically how it all started.
Did you ever expect such a huge response from the community?
No, I did not. I just thought, you know, that they were just gonna say thank you and then, you know, go off and say, hey, I made this by myself. Isn't it pretty cool, right? Or something. I don't know.
Surprising, I think, that when people are giving you money, donating money to you for the masks that you're making, your mom says you're putting that right back into making more. Why is that important to you?
I mean, well, it's really important to me because, like, I mean, my mom and I say that if y'all want, you can pay us, but you don't really have to. But they end up paying us like a lot, probably like $20 or $50, and I'm like, geez, just for like probably like 5 or 6 masks. I'm like, is it really that important? And then my mom's like, yeah, it's like really that important. So then basically I'm like, oh, let's go to, you know, Joann's or Hobby Lobby to get some more fabric for some of the masks. So we end up doing that, and we, you know, use the money that they gave us, because I'm thinking that that's probably why they're giving us money, so that way we can buy more material for the mask, maybe.
Does it feel good to know that you're helping out, I mean, your neighbors, other families, nursing homes even?
Yeah, it makes me feel good that I'm helping out, like, you know, people and everything. I'm not usually a helping out kind of person. I'm more like an antisocial type of person. But, you know, I mean, it's good to do, like, you know, something that's a bit different every now and then. Now it kind of feels good a bit.
Yeah, it gives you something to do while you're stuck in quarantine, right?
Oh yeah.
I imagine there's a lot of bored kids around right now.
Oh, my friends, they're like, all they do is just play games, and it's kind of funny.
Do you enjoy doing it?
Yeah, I enjoy doing it, but sometimes, like, you know, I'd like to do other things. So, but that's mostly the more important thing that I do is sewing.
How old are you?
13.
13. Okay, so you're in middle school?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you ready to get back to school?
Oh yeah.
Back to life?
Yes.
How has this coronavirus been for you?
Not very good. Yeah, I would say it's not very fun. There's not really much to do. I mean, I rarely go outside because, like, you know, people, you know, and yeah.
So did you know how to sew before this?
Yeah, my grandma taught my mom, and my mom taught me. Probably like when I was like really little. Yeah, probably like when I was really little. Probably like when I was still in elementary.
Yeah, you were in the 3rd grade. You were Mikey's age when you started sewing.
Yeah.
Do you realize now how good of a skill that is to have?
Oh yeah, it's really good skill. I mean, like when I was like little, like it started off as hand sewing because like I couldn't use the machine, but now like I'm using the machine now.
Perfect. Anything else you want to say that I didn't ask? I always give people an opportunity. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Is now making masks with her daughter for those who need it most. You're watching Fox 7 Austin News at 9. They're looking for ways to stay busy while helping out their communities. Here in Austin, an Army veteran and her daughter are sewing face masks for their neighbors. Jennifer Kendall has that story.
Since leaving the Army, Bea Canales turns to her sewing machine anytime it feels like she's hanging on by a thread.
With me being a disabled veteran with PTSD, sewing is my comfort zone.
Well, they spelled it right.
As coronavirus started spreading in the Austin area, her concern turned to those around her.
It's just hard for me to just imagine, my neighbors, they can't even go outside because they're afraid that they're going to get sick because, they have diabetes and they're 80 years old.
The lessons she learned while serving her country came to mind.
And I always tell my kids, never leave a soldier behind, never. Pick them up, help them. Let's get this going.
This time, it was her daughter Bella who took the lead.
During all this going on, I am like, oh, well, why not just make a mask for, everybody in the house?
With their family members covered, Bella and her mother stitched together an idea to help others.
I did all the cutting, she did a lot of the sewing, and we just went off from there.
They started making cloth face masks for nursing homes, healthcare workers, and their neighbors.
That's 60, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. 70 masks so far.
Now, with the city requiring face coverings in public, the orders are pouring in.
This past couple of days, they have been blowing up my phone, and I'm like, holy smokes.
Bella and Bea are doing this all free of charge. Any donations are used to buy more materials. Their only wish? That they had more time or hands to sew up the job.
If I could have an army of people to help me out, that would really help me out. That would be so awesome.
Jennifer Kendall, Fox 7 Austin News.
And maybe the veteran,